Happy Friday, and thanks for tuning into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. I am Anthony Totri, joined as always, but for the first time in this new studio by Shawn DePaz,
Yeah, he is.
Shane Diefenbach.
Yeah, I am.
Gentlemen, it is a Friday fun day.
Oh, it
is the funnest of Fridays.
The funnest
and
of
it's the
Fridays.
Fridayest of funs.
It's probably the most Friday I've ever had.
Have you seen the movie Friday?
Brother, yes, of course.
Have you seen
movie.
Freaky Friday?
Great movie.
Shout out Lindsay Lohan.
Great movie. Friday, the other movie is great. Like,
No, but have you seen Freaky?
not everybody's seen Friday, Saul.
Everybody's seen Friday.
No, not everybody has seen
I have not seen Friday. I
Well,
don't
let's-
even know what we're talking about, to be honest.
Okay. Well, we're here because it is our 1-year anniversary. We've got a lot to talk about in terms of college football, and we're going to do so with none other than the man, the myth, the locksmith himself, the head of DraftKings Sportsbook app, Johnny Avello. Johnny, thank you so much for taking the time today.
My pleasure, guys. It's a fun Friday, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen the movie Friday?
Yeah, it's the funnest Friday for me.
Okay, there we go. Talking Arizona State, before we get into the matchup tomorrow against Oklahoma State, just what did you see from them last week in their big win against NAU? How did people bet in terms of that game last week?
They bet Arizona State. On those games, those first week games where the stronger opponents playing a weaker opponent, they're big spreads, and the general public tends to bet those up, and that was the case in that game. I thought Arizona State looked good. The quarterback, the two transfers, Jones, he looked good. Valladay and the running back, he looked good. They lost a lot, but they still look like they're a formidable team. So I hope they can at least do what they did last year, 8-5 record. I can see that again.
So one thing that I found really funny was last year, obviously, NAU pulled the upset against the other school in Arizona, University of Arizona. The spread
guys, they were awful last year.
Well,
Love it. Flip it.
They were awful, but the spread was the exact same. It was 24.5 by game time. When something like that happens, like, is there like a max that this can get to? Because it was 23, I want to say, and then it got up to 24. Why do you think U of A was favored by as much as ASU was this year?
Yeah, but last year we had U of A predicted. I think we had it projected to win 1.5 games. That was the one. So we knew it wasn't going to be a good year for them, but we just thought they could at least handle them. But we were right in the assessment of them. They were a very poor team.
So, I mean, when you look ahead to next week's matchup between ASU and Oklahoma State, or not next week, tomorrow's, how do you kind of balance?
Next week is another, right? Next week's a biggie.
Yeah. How do you kind of balance like the performances from last week? Like, obviously ASU was playing an FCS opponent in NAU, and they looked amazing, but it's not a very good opponent. Oklahoma State gave up a lot of points to a MAC team, but they obviously came out with the win. How do you kind of balance those performances when you may not be able to get a whole lot out of them, considering who they were playing?
Well, the kid for Central Mich, Daniel Richardson, he had a field day against this team. He had 400-plus yards, 4 TDs. So the defense for Oak State just looked awful. But the one thing about Oak State is if you go back and look at their home record, they play very well at home in a very tough conference. And, last year was one of their better years. So you got to give them, probably 5-6 points for home field advantage. And then they're probably another 5 points or so, better in power rating than Arizona State. And that's where the number came from.
Yeah. Piggybacking kind of off what Shawn asked there, both teams scored a lot of points last week. Obviously, Oklahoma State putting up 58, ASU putting up 40, but it feels like the total for this game is still set a little low. I still believe it's below 60 points. And there are games, I know the Oregon State and the Fresno State game is at like 63.5. How do you guys adjust that total given that both of these teams scored 40 plus last week?
Yeah, we remember both, who both teams were playing. So we thought this one would be a little bit tighter. We actually opened it up 54.5, and we're up to 57.5. So the bettors want nothing to do with the lower number. And this thing's probably going to go up even a little higher by kickoff.
So one thing that you mentioned earlier is the amount of turnover ASU has. When you're going about figuring out how a team's going to perform over under win totals or their first game, what do you factor in? Obviously player stats that are transferring in, but do you look at any storylines, anything from training camp? What goes into that process?
College is so difficult, on regular season wins compared to the pros. The pros, for the most part, and I say that for the most part, we know who the quarterback is year in and year out. Now, this year was so different with, Russell Wilson switching teams, and a lot of quarterbacks moves in the NFL. That's typically not the case. Usually, quarterbacks are pretty much standard for the team they're going to play with year in and year out. And we just got to look and see who some of the new replacement parts are. In college, every year, there's a lot of changes, especially for a team like Arizona State this year, where they lost a lot and then gained, a lot from other teams. So, we evaluate the teams. We do a lot of reading and try to evaluate that team the best we can. But our true evaluation comes after they've played a game or two so we can get a better handle on them.
And so one thing I feel like I kind of always have been curious about when it comes to sports betting is like when you get two teams that may not necessarily be on the same level but are rivals. Obviously, Arizona State have been on pretty different levels these last few years. Do like non-tangible factors like that, like the fact that they are rivals, does that influence where lines are set at all? Do they tend to be a little closer because you know that these teams might play each other hard despite Arizona probably being significantly worse than Arizona State?
Very much the case, especially when you take a team who's having a poor season, and this is pretty much their national championship game, to beat the school within the state. We find this with Iowa State, and Oklahoma and Oak State. For the most part, those teams do normally have good seasons, and that game means a lot because sometimes it's who's going to move forward into a conference championship game. But when you have a poor team like Arizona, at least the last few years or so, we know by the time they get to that game, that game is maybe the biggest game for them for the entire year.
Yeah. Kind of looking at like the bigger picture aside from the Oklahoma State game. Obviously, there's a couple games on ASU schedule. Obviously, Oklahoma State tomorrow. You look at USC, Utah. Some games are definitely projected to lose. But bigger picture, the overall win in total for them on the season, I believe, was at 6.5 or 5.5. What goes into that? Because it does feel like there are some games on ASU schedule that feel winnable, at least to people here, that maybe the books have them losing.
Well, that's, we look at each and every game where they're going to be a favorite. If they're going to be a big favorite, we pretty much pencil that in for a win. If they're going to be a moderate favorite, that's maybe a half a game. That's kind of the way we do it. Now, the Pac-12 certainly bulked up a little bit now with USC, the new darling now with all the moves they made. UCLA is better. Oregon last week, my God. I think that was the most impressive game for me of the year was Georgia to manhandle a team like that. So, the Pac-12 is certainly better. It's just, we have to go through each individual game when we do those wins to see, how big of a favorite they actually are.
Yeah, Johnny, last question from me. I mentioned this at the start of the week. The line opened up at 10.5, and I expected this line would go up. So for just the people out there that don't really understand why lines move throughout the week, is this a case of the handle percentage being more on Oklahoma State, or what is the case here?
There's a couple of things that move the line. Number one would be the money that's being bet on a certain team, and it's all one side and none on the other. That's one case. And the other case is that sharp action has bet a line. And so that will move the line. In this particular case, it's both of those, a little of both. Some of the sharps were on the lay in the 10.5, which is now at 11.5, and overall money from the general public on one side.
And the word sharps, for those people that don't know, that's just the people considered experts or people that throw a lot of money on games, correct?
Sophisticated bettors.
Gotcha.
I mean, you mentioned Oregon. It's something I'm curious about. Just like after you see your performance like that, what does it take for a team like Oregon to kind of get back into the good graces for you? Like, and when you in future games with, or even whoever they're playing next week, I don't remember who it is.
You can just say Bo Nix instead of Oregon.
But Bo Nix. Like, at what point what do they have to do for that game to kind of be considered like a fluke or just kind of like a one-off situation to the point where they're still considered what many people consider to be a top 3 team in the conference, obviously a ranked team? How much does that one game impact how you view them for the rest of the season?
Well, first of all, they'll probably hand Eastern Washington their head this week.
Yeah.
I figured they'll win this game by a ton, and so they'll get back on track, at least visibly to the general public. But it's not so much I took anything away from Oregon. It's how good the Georgia team is. Georgia's just really that good. And so that's what I've taken out of it. I think Oregon will get back on track, and I think they'll be okay. It's just that, the teams in the SEC are just on another level.
Yeah. Nick's hype train.
Oh, Nick's hype train. Johnny, last question we've got for you, and I've asked you this question before anytime we've talked about college football, but if you had $50 or if you had a friend, a family member, whatever, that had $50 this weekend and they wanted to put it on Arizona State versus Oklahoma State, where are you telling them to put their money?
I think I would bet the over in this game. I just think there'll be a lot of points scored. I can't see Arizona State not getting more than 23 touchdowns in this one. I think they feel confident in their offense. I think they'll go out there and be able to move the football. And I think Oak State should be able to do the same. So I think I see some points scored here.
Definitely.
Love it.
Like
Johnny, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your Friday, man.
Thanks a lot, guys. Good seeing you.
Appreciate
it.
Good talking.
So we're hammering Arizona State is what he's saying.
I don't think that's what he said.
That's what I heard.
hammering the over. I'm pretty sure.
Totri blocked out after he said, I think Arizona State's going to score 3
Why
touchdowns.
not? Why not? Absolutely.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all there on the over. Well, obviously we'll get to the predictions
we'll get to
later,
the predictions, but I mean, you're not wrong. If you guys,
brother,
if you first,
We had a Johnny on the show, so I had to Johnny drink my beer.
oh my god, oh, well, you know what? Why don't we?
what are we sipping on? What are you all sipping on?
Well, I'm sipping on the best beer that has just been re-released this year, the seasonal pumpkin porter.
Is that the top of your power rankings?
100%. It is.
Yeah.
4 Peaks
It
power.
is.
Yeah.
I don't use this word a lot because it carries a lot of weight in my vocabulary. It is scrum diddly dumptious.
Okay, fucking jack that straight from me.
He's allowed to use words.
You didn't say it
How
right.
many times have you heard him say that?
He said it more than
I
you.
say it all the
You guys said
time.
it more than
I
you.
say, and you didn't even say it right. Say it again.
Scrum diddly dumptious.
No, it's scrumdiddlyumptious. Too many D's in there.
Well, I say scrum diddly dumptious.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
a
I
different
guess you
word
didn't steal. I
entirely.
guess you didn't steal that from me.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I
Hand
say
up.
scrumdiddlyumptious.
That's
Oh,
what
wow.
he just said, isn't it?
No.
Scrum diddly dumptious.
He had no D's in. He had more D's. in his.
I'm so confused.
There's a lot of ways to say scrumptious, but you guys are just all fucking it up.
Yeah, honestly, the pumpkin porter is probably at the. I didn't choose what I drank today. Not that I can really complain because you can't really go wrong. But 4 Peaks is like, or pumpkin porter right now is I'm drinking Kilt Lifter. By the way, it's like it's. I
put
mean,
that on
it's
a
pretty
koozie.
fucking good.
Or a coaster.
Coaster.
Yeah, Jacob's gonna
put
be
it on a
pissed.
koozie.
But pumpkin porter right now is
I know what
like
you meant.
I don't know what is like the Cardinals in the first half of the season. Like it's the time when they're going to be pretty fucking good.
Well, but this will never collapse. It just disappears. Oh, no, but it disappears.
It does disappear. It's limited time, right? So
Wow.
it's
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
it's the Arizona Cardinals if we're being honest.
Okay, well,
it's
if
hot
you-
right now though. Get it while you can.
If you want to be drinking all of this amazing beer with us, you can tomorrow. And you can watch ASU potentially upset number 11 Oklahoma State at 4 Peaks 8th Street Pub. Join us on Saturday starting at 3:30 p.m. for our ASU watch party as they get ready to take on the Cowboys. Enjoy food and drink specials and one heck of a good time on a massive screen, definitely bigger than 60 inches. I think we've come to the agreement that it is bigger than 60 inches.
Hey, Leah, it's on my Slack.
It's also dancing right around the exact spot where your
We're looking for
cursor
the graph.
was.
We're looking for the graph.
What? Oh, right here.
Jeez.
There we go. Check our link in the show notes
Lord.
to sign up for free to
David's
come
also
out
going to put it in the chat.
and enjoy the fun.
But yeah, click on that link. If you even have a idea of coming tomorrow.
Or if you don't have any plans for tomorrow.
Yeah,
Well,
if you're gonna
definitely
watch
come.
the game at home, like why not?
But if you,
I guarantee you don't have a 115
if you think
inch
you
screen
might have
TV.
a commitment, still sign up on the
Yeah, why
Eventbrite, completely free, and you reserve your spot to watch the
I
game.
will Uber
with
you
us.
there.
Wow, that's
Slide
cool.
in my DMs if you need a ride, and I will pick you up, and we will go.
You're just trying to
Code
get people in your DMs. Don't you?
Honestly, I did.
I don't need people in my DMs.
I got an
so
Uber
fine.
ride from Totri yesterday, and it was a 5-star.
Thank you.
It was a 5-star.
Did
Are
you
you
just
gonna be
say-
there, David? Yeah. Hell yeah, David's gonna be
Yeah,
there.
you can touch his hair.
I'm gonna be
touch
there
it while it's
too.
gone, or before it's gone, because it's leaving soon.
Just like Pumpkin
Gerald's
Porter.
gonna be there. Craig's gonna be
Dude,
there.
Dan's gonna be there.
Derek's going to be
Yo,
there.
Craig, I know, obviously knew he was like an ASU guy. Like, bigger fan than I realized. Like,
We
he's-
covered it for a
he
while.
is in.
Because he's professional.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but he's like
His
he's
wife
like,
is also a professor.
No, I
there.
knew that, but he like still like he knows a decent amount about the team. I've never watched an ASU sporting event with him, so I'm excited for that.
You got to be 21 or older and enjoy responsibly.
Come
If
say
you're
hi
gonna
to
be
us when you're
drinking.
there.
Yeah.
Yes. Come
Yeah.
say hi. Let's
Saul
have a
said he'd
drink.
give you a hug on the show.
Really? He's
Yes.
never given
Shane
me a hug before.
does bite, but he only bites people that he knows, so you shouldn't have anything to
No,
worry about.
that's so false. I don't bite people. I bark at them.
I
I will bark at you.
just a little.
But
puppy
I'll
bites.
bark with you, rather. I won't bark at you.
What if they don't want to bark?
Listen, if Emory
Then
Jones
I will
runs
bark
50,
for them.
if Emory Jones busts out a big run, I think
Oh,
we'll,
I'm
we'll all
howling.
be barking. The boys.
You sound like such an old dog.
I know. That's the point.
And a 4-piece beer was just
Oh,
sold.
and you got to buy a burrito from Burrito Express.
Wow, just all the ads. Let's get it. So we talked to Johnny. That was God damn. That dog needs to be put down. So we talked
You
to
know
Johnny.
what? You know what's so funny about that? I think this might have been before you guys were here. I did make a joke about something of that nature. I compared a football team to an old dog that was just on its last legs and needed to be put down. I was told never to talk about euthanization of animals again, so we broke the code in the new studio. It's like christening a ship.
I wasn't
Breaking the
told
bottle on a
this.
ship. We just did that. Euthanasia of dogs.
I'm doing what's best for everybody in the situation. We'll say our goodbyes.
No.
Look at the
But yes.
flowers, Shane.
So, on top of Johnny telling us that we should hammer the over on this game, it's our 1 year, guys.
Uh-oh.
New studio.
You guys already broke the rules?
I didn't know. No one told me that we couldn't put
It
down
wasn't in a
dog.
pamphlet.
Whoa! Let's say we could put down
This
dogs.
dog.
Clearly, we shouldn't be able to put down dogs.
Yeah, we do
We're
not have that power.
qualified
Go
for
to
that.
a licensed
Oh no!
professional.
I'm not. No, I'm
Derek's
not
wife.
performing the operation.
And keep it down. We got new neighbors. Jeez.
Our bad. Well, they're really not gonna like the videos that we're gonna show. But yes, it is our 1 year. We have got some just phenomenal clips from some previous shows. It's been a blast so far. I know Shawn and I haven't even been here a year. Shane was a part of the.
I am an old dog.
Yes.
Literally, oh God.
Yeah,
I'm starting to side with Totri.
It's
Thank you. You're in pain.
It does sound like
I
you're.
know. That's the point. I've said this before. I do it on purpose. If you want me to be a hyper dog, I can do that later, but not right now. I do just want to say, because I didn't get a chance to get somewhat sappy on the Bet Show. This has been just an incredible ride. Not only to see where this show has come, but just all of the shows here, our new space, and the people that have watched along with us. There are so many familiar names in the chat that have been with us since day one. So big shout out to you guys. You make this thing so much more fun. And just to see the evolution of this show with Shawn filling in occasionally. David was on a effing post-game show with me one time.
He was crawling at one point.
He did crawl.
Yeah, he
on.
did crawl at one point. Michaela was hosting Friday shows with me at one point, which we'll show a clip from. Like, it is crazy, and you guys have just made the show 1,000,000,000% better. So I do appreciate you guys and appreciate everyone that's watching and everyone that's made this thing come true. So
Nah, for real. I was sitting thinking about that on the way drive here. On the drive here. That's one thing that has not changed. Is my inability to speak. I feel like I do that once a show. But like, how fucking lucky we are.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're just sitting here drinking beer, talking about sports, barking, like it literally, like I said this on the Coyote show earlier. Like this is a dream of mine. Like I grew up wanting to do. Not even fully realizing that doing something like this was even possible. Like I'm gonna finish the show. I'm gonna walk out there, maybe play some Xbox, have a snack. Like it's fucking. I feel like
Sean's dream.
I feel like
playing Xboxes and having
Sean
snacks.
wants to be 12 forever.
No, but I mean that's what this job gives you the opportunity
Hey,
to do.
cheers to being 12, Sean.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Acting
cheers
12.
Cheers to
acting
being
12.
Children at heart.
Yeah,
But I mean, and like they said, like this isn't possible without the supporters.
Yeah.
PHNX supporters who also won me the last snake draft. By the way, I believe. I think did they? We never even actually win. Okay, I did win the last snake draft.
No,
because I drafted the supporters.
It's I mean, wild to think about. Just I remember watching this show before when it was just you and you were hosting it through some like just crazy times because there just wasn't either a lot going on with basketball or you were just by yourself. So like to see where this has come, to see where you've taken this show. I mean, this show wouldn't be anything without Shane. It wouldn't be anything without Leah behind the computer. It wouldn't be
anything without David.
Without David,
Saul,
his hair, his
Espo,
crawling,
everybody here.
No, it's phenomenal. Again, everybody that tunes in, watches, listens, like anything on social media, you guys are the greatest. And Saul said it on Suns, but year 2 is just going to be even better.
All right, we're done. No more sappy shit. So I do want to preface all of this stuff. We have a bunch of videos to go over. If you guys want to hear Oklahoma State preview, okay, turn your.
Dude, I wake up to this every day.
If you want to hear Oklahoma State preview, wait till the end of the show, or if you're watching later or listening later, you can fast forward. But don't fast forward because these are some of the best moments of the year. I was gonna put a video of me being very sad during the Washington State basketball game when ASU only scored 29 points, but I didn't want to depress the fans. So here's the first couple things. First thing I want to show is Shawn. This is in chronological order. Shawn joined me for the first show he was on at PHNX.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even going to be.
Oh my God. I'm going to cry. Oh my God.
Totra, you want to read the comment?
Yes. Candace says, I love your show, Johnny. 8 years old, San Diego.
Quote, I love your show.
Candace is also my aunt. So there you go.
Love that. But yeah, so this first clip is from me and Sean's first show together, his first show at PHNX. Like 3 days in probably?
When the show was recorded?
Yeah.
Well, no, because my first thing I ever did was producing Coyotes at middle of December. And then I went on vacation and then I got COVID.
That's right.
Because my first show on Sunday was supposed to be the Las Vegas Bowl postgame. And then I was sick.
His first on-camera appearance,
But this was my first time.
And me and Shawn realized we would become best friends because of this. All right, favorite color.
Lavender.
Did you just become best friends?
All right, she asked me what my favorite color was, and I was like, "Well, it's purple, but hold on." And then I sent her like a color swatch.
He sent me a swatch.
I'm like, I have a little bit of a graphic design background, so I'm very particular about my colors.
Yes.
Like I don't like orange, but burnt orange is one of my favorite colors.
Burnt orange is so fire. A nice scarlet.
Oh yes, nice scarlet. Yep.
Can we just acknowledge something that you guys are matching?
Oh, the tie-dye hoodie.
Oh my
vibes.
God. Look at us go.
Shane and Shawn.
What a
Shane
great
and
first
Shawn,
show.
You both have SD initials.
Both got big glasses.
You're both wearing glasses. You're both wearing tie-dye hoodies.
I'll grow out the mustache.
The
It
people-
won't look as good as that, but
The people are in trouble, guys.
in trouble.
This is a bromance waiting to happen.
I think the funniest part about that clip is Shawn being humble. I have a bit of a graphics design background now. He's like, I'm the fucking god of graphics. I am the graphics department of PHNX.
You will see me. Also the foreshadowing. But yeah, I look so
Dude,
tiny.
me and Shawn both transform once a month. Saul said this in the Slack the other day. I changed my appearance completely once a month.
Yeah,
But it's kind of effortless. Like you don't notice it.
Watch, I become a different person. Ready?
Whoa! You can't turn into the pig man. The me foreshadowing, just, the graphics thing. I'm okay. And then graphic production ladies, I might grow out a mustache, and now it's I can't imagine not having my facial hair.
Yeah.
Like I said, not as good as Shane's.
Still appreciate that.
Lavender, still the goat color.
Yep.
My hair is also long as
I also
hell.
loved Leah's gasp. when he
Leah's
said
gasp.
lavender.
At some point I am gonna braid this, and I'm gonna have a whole new look.
Are you cornrowing up?
No, I don't think I'm gonna do cornrows. I
Twisties?
want to get something that hangs a little bit more. We'll see.
Nice. Well, obviously Shawn's in the fold, but if you guys remember when Totri joined the show, it was after an ASU Utah
Like the middle
game,
of the week.
and this was Totri. Yeah, it was a Wednesday at 2 p.m.
Didn't the winner have like 54 points?
It
in
was
this
a
game?
Wednesday at 2 p.m. and they won 56 to 52 or something ridiculous like that. And this is Totri being very genuine for the one time he's ever been genuine.
Wow.
Let's show it now.
I want to say thank you to the PHNX family for just welcoming me with open arms. The sun's here, so much different.
Snacks in the break room.
Snacks. Like, it's just winning basketball.
Woo!
Things are just getting started.
If you're listening on audio, leave a 5-star review. Say something nice about Mr. Totri's hair.
I didn't know that the hair thing was a real thing. I didn't know the hair was a joke yet.
The hair's always been a joke.
I know, but I like you said you used to always get shit from your coworkers back in South Bend.
Yeah, they put it on the news.
Yeah. I didn't know that, so I just randomly said that. And now see, I watched that back today. I was like, oh my God, how did I foreshadow that?
Yeah.
Also, the part where you said winning basketball, that was funny.
And they won the game.
They won the game.
They won the game. They'd go on to.
I remember what you said
not
after
do
the show.
great
You
stuff.
said, it's because of me. This is the start. We're turning it around. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
And then they lost the very next game.
Hey,
Yeah.
first round bye in the Pac-12 tournament this year. Just
Yep,
wait.
it's happening.
Man. No, the show, it's come together. It's going to be phenomenal. That's when we first got here, and then we've had some interesting moments along the way. Some of these I don't even know what they are, but let's start with the Totri fact.
Oh,
I honestly don't know what
I
that is.
remember
It has
this.
something to do with penguins.
Yeah.
Did you guys know?
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
So,
Totri fact?
yes,
Totri dollars.
Let's go.
Totri fact. So,
I love
that you said it twice.
Penguins.
Totri fact. Oh,
penguins, apparently, allegedly, cannot confirm.
Oh, no.
oh, this is not a good start.
Allegedly, penguins have a
Totri fact?
gland
Oh,
in
no,
their
we're talking
nose.
about bird glands.
in their nose that can change
That was such a cute little.
or that
chuckle.
converts
Totri.
salt water to fresh water.
No, it filters.
Yeah, filters. That was
It
the word. What'd I say?
filters.
Converts.
Converts.
Yeah,
The
filters.
same difference.
Are you looking up this penguin fact?
Yeah.
That's a hot fact. Big if true.
What would you do with a gland like that?
Probably filter salt.
Brother.
Are you wait?
Brother.
I need clarification. Are you asking me what I would do with a penguin with that gland, or what I would do if I had that gland?
Sean!
I mean, the
That was foul!
bird joke.
I love bird jokes.
Speaking of birds, you remember when we did our bird draft?
Yes, that was an iconic moment. Also,
Yeah, that was one of my favorite things because we posted this all over social. We showed it our 100th thing, our 200th
200th,
episode. But I still just remember the shock in my face and mind when I realized that geese were not on the board, or were on the board and I missed them, and turkeys and chickens. So that was very.
I was clueless that entire
you were
2
very
minutes.
confused.
I'm like,
If you haven't seen that clip,
these
it's
fuckers are
from-
excited about turkeys and
find
chickens,
it.
and then he said geese, and he lost his shit.
And
like,
I said, goose darn it, geese! No. Yeah, that was a really good one.
oh my gosh.
So obviously, the lyric of the game is making a comeback. We had one last week, but we also had lyrics of the
kind
game.
of missed the mark on, but it's okay.
What?
Kind of missed the mark on, but it's okay.
Yeah. Wait, I did?
Remember how I was like, oh, it should have been, it's going down in Yellow Timber, and you were like, I need to put my pride aside and consult you on the lyric of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, carry on with your thought.
Yeah. Well, we had a fun lyric of the game, and this one isn't as much funny as just as a more remembrance to the softball year.
Yeah,
because
also
of
aged terribly.
how much fun we had. Why? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the lyric of the game today?
Oh, it's a good one. I think this is the first bilingual
I
lyric
love
of the
it.
game.
I love it.
Dame más gasolina.
Dame más gasolina.
Which translates to
Give me more gas.
give me more gasoline. Give me more gasoline. And that is Elena Torres' walk-up song.
Yeah.
And
It is such a good fucking walk-up song.
I think
Yeah. I just the lyric of the game. I wanted to put that in there because it has transformed so much since we've had it, and I remember like the third lyric of the game. I actually DM'd it to one of my favorite artists, and he replied to my tweet or to my Twitter DM, and he asked for the full length video. He never tweeted it, unfortunately. So John Waltz, please, if you ever want to tweet that.
The best part of that is your outfit.
Yeah,
that whole whatever that was is incredible.
I still have the glasses.
Oh, it wasn't just the glasses, but it all came together with the hair and the collared shirt and the shorts and the shoes.
That clip made me sad.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Are we?
Do you think she's still gonna have that walk-up song when she's?
Yeah.
I know you gotta switch it up. I'm not. I feel like I'm a.
No way she's gonna switch it.
Because I'm definitely a. I feel you gotta need a new one every year, and if you're slumping, you need a new one. Yeah, I would be flexible with my walk-up song.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at one of the most
upsetting moments.
I mean,
for you,
I don't know where you're going with this one.
Oh, just the next one on the list. Nothing makes me more happy than when me and Shawn connect on something and Totri gets angry. This one,
I didn't get angry. I was just at a loss.
Yeah. I just want to say, and I say this at the risk of putting myself in the crosshairs. I am never the butt of the joke, really. I feel like in that moment,
that's so true.
That moment, like it was totally
more.
Well, you can't really get under his skin because he kind of just like. He takes it in stride, and he also is just like, fucking, I'm beautiful. Fuck you.
I mean, honestly, look at this.
I'm a sensitive little pillow. Like, I can't take it. So that's probably why. This clip was me and Shawn, I think 4 or 5 times since you've joined PHNX. We've said the exact same thing at the same exact time.
And this wasn't planned. Like, the Totri thing.
Not only did we connect on the same words, but we also had the same mannerisms. So roll the Allstate clip.
State. I'll do my best. Allstate.
You're in good hands. Shane, what position are you trying out for?
God, how does he do this with this fucking awful mic? Toji, you want to change the camera shot? Perfect. Yeah. And punch in a little bit. Yeah. A little bit that way. A little bit towards Shawn.
For the audio listeners, Totri has up and left.
Yeah.
Is now
Perfect.
He's now
working the camera. And then, the logos. Okay, that's fine. We'll just work with this for now. It's so good.
Dude, it still blows my mind. Like, it was perfect.
That was a partnership waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brought to you by Allstate.
You're in good hands.
No, yeah. There have been a couple times where I'm just like, you guys are so in sync. It's crazy. And that was probably the most obnoxious one.
that was one of the crazier things that's happened to me in my life.
I love just how you took it in stride and then fixed the camera. And you, as you said when we were watching that, it was a great shot.
It was well done.
I'm gonna get vulnerable here real fast. So my eyebrows connect. Yes. I sometimes get a unibrow.
Yeah.
And I have to wax or shave it. And I had never actually I've done it one time, and it was on the show. Mm-hmm. This is during the time pre-Shawn, pre-Totri, when Michaela Perkins would come on ASU show, and she actually waxed my unibrow live on stream. So let's go ahead and watch that.
Should I give you a countdown, or you just want me to rip it?
Just go. Wait, your hair's in the way.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2.
Oh! Did it get it?
So much hair.
Yes! That actually didn't hurt that bad.
Did it?
Oh, did you get some right here?
No, it's fine.
What the hell do you mean by that? Shawn goes, damn, look at your face.
You look so like your hair is so all brown. You look like a college.
I look like I haven't aged.
Yeah. That's what you looked like at Friendsgiving years ago.
That is literally what I looked like 11 months ago.
That's
10 months ago.
It really is. Our looks do. I mean, Totri always looks the same, but like we do. I feel like our looks do change
a lot. It's gonna be 80. You guys are gonna look completely different. I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna look this exact
same haircut.
Hey, Grandpa, what's up, fucker?
At like 50, Totri's gonna shave off all of his hair and create a toupee so we can have that same haircut for the rest of his life. Yeah. And after he loses his hair,
he's gonna shave off all of his hair, but it's all gonna fall on top of a mannequin, and he's gonna sculpt the hair to stay the exact same. I almost touched it. I didn't.
Okay, then. I was gonna say something, but I don't remember what because you gave me very close to the.
Yeah,
he went to panic. He went
to
the fight or flight.
To the
he almost broke the ozone. Let's get into baby goats,
dude.
Or baby dotes.
This is the worst thing you've ever said on the show.
No, it is not. I've said way worse.
I don't think you have.
He did just threaten to euthanize a dog.
Totri wants to get back to football.
I do want to get back to football. I really. Fuck baby goats.
Whoa!
That's where I'm
at.
That's
oh my God.
No, we could have gone back to football, and then you spat out the name of baby goats.
No, I know Mac is with me on this.
Again, people came here for Doug Holler, and now they're getting baby goats.
You really can't speak.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why.
Shout out Doug's water heater for going out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That clip was brought to you by Doug Holler's water heater,
and also by Allstate because that was the same day.
Allstate.
Oh, I remembered what I was gonna say. I've got an eyebrow lady if you want to go to her.
I'm good on that.
She's awesome.
You ever get
you know who else is awesome?
What?
Mac.
The Mac?
No, Michaela. She can do
I was joking.
live again.
Oh, yeah. Tammy's cool, bro.
Tammy's cool. You ever get your shit plucked with like tweezers?
No.
Yeah, I've had that happen to me.
Had that happen. Your girlfriend probably does that. Huh?
Yeah, 100%. Well, she doesn't do it. Like it's not like it's not like every Friday. It's like time to do my brows, baby. But she's done it a couple of times, and it.
Jazz, if you're in the chat, let us know if that's.
She's probably watching. She watches almost every show. She's my biggest supporter.
But not the audio shows, right?
Not the audio shows. Yeah.
Death taxes.
Let's keep it that way.
My fave.
It doesn't hurt as bad as people make it seem. I'm gonna just say that people are kind of wussies about it.
Okay. Well, while we're talking about wussies, let's talk about commissioners in the Power 5 and how they should fight each other.
Dude, it's fucking.
Hey, it's 1 year. I gotta come up with some random ass transitions. Why don't we talk about Commissioner Fight Club? I don't remember this clip.
I remember
this created one of the best gifs of all time, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about when we roll this.
I think I can never pronounce his name, and I'm sorry. The Pac-12 commissioner,
George Kliavkoff,
needs to fight the SEC commissioner. They
need
need
to
to
fight.
Oh, dude.
It's the only answer.
You know something we're qualified for? Commentating that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd be down to commentate that.
Yes.
Kliavkoff drops it with the right hook.
What? Oh, are
It'd be
we,
like,
are we
it'd be
going
like those Joe
UFC?
Rogan clips where
Yeah.
you're just like,
Oh! That's got to be a gift.
Golden.
Can you imagine George Kliavkoff dropping somebody with a hook?
I want to see Kliavkoff go full Leon Edwards to whoever the SEC commissioner, just head kick, just crumble. That shit
The
would be
money's
awesome.
on the SEC still, right? Like it's.
I think the value's with Kliavkoff though.
Well,
Isn't he like a tall dude? I think he's got some reach.
Yeah, he's a bigger dude. But still, the SEC wins everything. Like,
You're not wrong.
my money's on the SEC there. Well, I'm
talking about winners.
Not Shawn and Art. That's
no. This is probably the biggest winner clip we've
This
ever
is the
had.
most iconic clip of this show.
We showed this for our 200th, and this is what, like our 240th episode. We have to bring it back.
Dude, we're at like almost 300 now.
Wow. All right. Let's roll Shawn Art.
And also, you want to know what's also dumb as
You
shit?
fired him up today.
You want to know what's also dumb as shit? Buying art is just fucking stupid. Listen to me. Because you buy.
Stop supporting talented people.
No, because you want to know what's bullshit? It's a scam. Listen let me finish my goddamn sentence. There's literally a thing where people think massive L for art. Yes, it is. I'm bringing down the art industry.
Not for art, on art.
I think he's saying that's a massive L that you just said.
Listen, well, let me finish. I know I keep stopping myself, but let me finish. There's literally like a scam where artists are if you create a piece of art and an art appraiser could just be like, this is worth money. I think buying art is bullshit. Dude, you want to talk about switching your look up? Holy shit.
Dude.
Saul walking in is the best part of that clip for me. Because then you have to summarize that whole minute. I think buying art is dumb as shit.
I stand by what I meant by that rant. I understand that
Charles said it best, man. That's you.
No, but it's not fuck them artists. I respect the artists.
We don't need to get into
I
this
respect
again.
I just
We know
don't
what
respect
you're
the
talking
scam.
about. We know what
You
you're
see, you
talking
got to
about.
understand the point, not the
You
necessarily
know what?
the
You know what
delivery.
was a scam? Totri stealing your holiday.
No.
That-
But that's the only time that I've ever seen Shawn as fired up as when we were talking about art. This might be my favorite clip of all time.
This is fucking.
We drafted
I'm
holidays.
getting mad again.
We drafted holidays, and this is what happened.
Now give me Juneteenth.
God, that's
No
I
way.
veto it. I veto it. You can't take my holiday.
You can't. No, I just did.
That's crazy.
Should've drafted sooner.
Should've picked
I am
sooner.
gonna walk out.
That is fucking.
Listen, you drafted Easter before you drafted Juneteenth.
What are you doing?
You drafted Easter
can't-
before Juneteenth, bro.
Colonizer,
All
you
I'm saying-
can't take our holiday. You can't take our holiday.
You drafted Easter.
Oh my God.
You had every opportunity.
Take all the good things.
You had every.
We finally get our own
opportunity.
holiday. We finally get our own holiday, and Totri comes in here and decides to colonize that for me too.
You had every.
Fucking
You think I was gonna leave that
unbelievable.
holiday on the board for
You
you?
should. You
No,
should.
no,
Reparations.
No.
That's crazy.
No, it's crazy you didn't draft it sooner.
I didn't think you'd have the nerve.
Oh, well, I do. Here you go.
Unmitigated gall
Here you go.
to draft that holiday.
You know what we call
That's
that?
crazy.
Unlucky.
White people stealing the holiday too. Nothing is sacred. Exactly, Josh. Nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred. What are you going to draft Martin Luther King Day next?
Well, let's see. Are you gonna miss and not draft it?
Oh my God, Toties!
Be better. Hey, I would like to feel like I have only improved the way you draft now, because you won a lot of the last ones and you were in a little bit of a slump.
So you helped him.
I helped him. I pushed you to be your best drafter, your best GM.
Fucking, of course, the fucking colonizer.
A white person taking credit for a black man's success.
Yeah, right.
Surprising.
Shocker.
I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't know if you guys.
Dude, there's probably some like poor lawyer walking down the hallway and he's just like, you fucking colonizer. Like, oh my God.
I don't know if you guys noticed during that clip, but I was sitting there completely silent the whole time. Sometimes I need to just calm everything down. And this next clip shows exactly that. I had to tell them to stop fighting completely. I don't even remember what the argument was about.
I don't even know what
we were talking about. This was very funny.
How was I supposed to know?
Can we just
You ruin your own segment.
Hey, stop it. Both of you, cut it out. You guys have been screaming and swearing at each other this entire show. Read the damn ad. Let's get on with it. Shut up.
It's just toe
Read the ad.
It's just toe
Yeah, so Athletic Greens was a no.
I would have loved to see like Athletic Greens when they heard that ad back, what they thought of it.
I feel like that is another example of the evolution of our, because like I feel like back then Totri and I were like, we would butt heads a lot, and now
sworn enemies.
I feel like I am now on Totri's side more than I am.
Yeah,
on
now I'm the one that's getting called out.
Again, I'm never really on the bad end of a lot of this stuff.
Sounds like your time is coming up next.
But like Shane said,
year 2.
Like I had said, another callback. I don't respect either of your opinions enough for what you say to really bother me.
I couldn't believe
Was that in Vegas?
That was in Vegas.
That was in Vegas.
That was our first draft.
Yeah. Do we have the screenshot of us in Vegas?
I just didn't have it ready because I'm a bad producer.
Oh,
you're not a bad producer.
True.
We all make mistakes.
Oh my God.
We all fuck
I have made plenty of mistakes. We took a look at the first ever Coyote show today.
Oh my goodness.
With Shane like moving the camera like after the show
playing
starts,
the wrong
playing
intro.
the TBS.
Literally, I've never produced a show before.
I don't blame you.
Speaking of mistakes, you ended a show while we were in Vegas.
You got a point there, Tony.
Hold on. Have we told this story?
I don't know if we have.
So first of all, let's throw the graphic up on the screen.
Yeah.
This was in Vegas. I don't know if you guys remember our Excalibur show. This was this pre or post? This was post.
This is
ASU.
post because you did a palate cleanser.
Craig's comment. I can die.
So what Craig is referring to is he sent us a $5 super chat and we had to sing for him and we sang from our beds.
And if you close your
Yeah.
was that it? It was
hey brother,
there's an endless road to rediscover.
Anyway, so
Hey,
we're gonna get copyrighted if we keep
yeah,
singing.
true. I'm that good.
Yeah, we are. So it's
Sean DePaz.
while we were in Vegas, Sean also still had producing duties.
I didn't.
Well, you had to help them set stuff up.
No,
I think
I
he
was
just
just
hopped in.
We had spent a little bit of time doing Vegas
it
type
was
things.
because I know what happened. It was because we had to do a post-game show, and PD was also working for ESPN, so he was taking a long time because the game he was doing was in overtime, and I was ready to start the show. So Sean was like, "I'll come on for the first few minutes and fill in until PD can get
PD
there."
was on the show at that point.
He was going to be.
So anyway, what
Regardless.
happened? Sean joined the show from the Excalibur, and there's a button that says leave StreamYard, and there's a button that says end the stream. And you have to say end the stream, and then it says, are you sure? Yes or no? And my man Sean clicked both of them, and it ended the Coyote show like 5 minutes in.
Yeah,
and Sean doesn't say anything. He just goes completely silent, and he puts his hands in his head. And I was like, "What's wrong?" And he was like, "I just ended the Coyote show."
I'm pretty sure I just ended the Coyote stream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, no harm, no foul. It became a joke, I guess.
I mean, definitely harm, but it was okay.
No foul, but harm.
You were only like a minute or two into the show.
It was
Everyone
actually
came
pretty
back.
funny. I was
did
laughing.
beat myself up for it pretty hard until we got to the floor of the Excalibur Casino, and then all was forgotten.
Oh, and then we saw Jalen Graham.
Yeah, we saw fucking Jalen Graham come on.
The ponies that night.
We bet on the ponies. I cleaned up. Shane
Ponies
didn't. Well,
didn't treat
I didn't clean up. I made like $5, I think.
I lost 100.
Shane lost 100. Yes.
Yeah.
Couple more clips.
Dude, I want to go back
Last
to
one,
Vegas
I
so
think.
bad.
We've got a couple. Let's do two more. Let's do the flat Earth clip because Cardinals is going in like 13 minutes. So if you enjoy NFL football but you still want to watch us, open another tab. Check out Cardinals. Who you're gonna find Johnny Venerable on that show. Who I've got a hot take.
This was while we were doing our remote show.
Totri is full of takes like this.
Yeah.
I think this is true.
maybe Johnny believes in the whole flat Earth thing. That's why he likes Kyrie. Like, yo, it's possible. You saw the way he chugs a beer. You know, that seems like a flat earther type of thing to
Johnny
do.
got exposed this entire week. We're not going to continue on the Sun Devil show.
Does Johnny strike you as a flat earther?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
he doesn't.
Does he
No.
strike me as a flat earther?
Yes.
John, you know why? Because I believe Johnny Venerable would have a random conspiracy theory that he believed. Not
Yeah,
a
but
lot
not
of
tell
them.
anybody.
He wouldn't be on
The
board
only
with a
person
lot
he
of
would
them.
tell is Frankie, his daughter.
Sure.
That's the only person he would ever admit
because
to.
he would try to explain to her why it's true. He would be like, well,
his wife's done hearing
there's
it.
no
He's got a
actual
whiteboard.
pictures of the globe as a globe,
He's
right?
got a whiteboard in his basement. With all that shit. You think Johnny's a flat earther?
Thank you for tuning in to the PHNX Sun Devil.
$1,000,000%. Johnny
Have we
Venerable,
confirmed if he is or is not a flat
He
earther?
definitely is not.
But have we confirmed it?
No.
How do you confirm that?
You ask him?
No, we've asked him. He says no. That's confirming, no?
No, okay, that's what I'm asking. That's
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
asking
we've asked
if
him.
we had
We've
asked him.
We've asked him. Before we move on to college football, which hopefully some of you are going to stick around
We're
for.
going to talk about that?
Yeah, we got
Oh,
college
shit.
football still.
Oh, yeah. We got a whole segment.
You want to talk about getting copyrighted? This is maybe the most beautiful music
Wow, I forgot about this,
that
too.
I've ever heard from these two. And we decided we were going to end a show with this. So take a listen. Gentlemen, take it away.
I'm through with standing in line. The clubs will never get in.
It's like the bottom of the nothing, and I'm never gonna win.
This life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be. Tell me what you want.
I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs.
In a bathroom I can play baseball in.
And a king-size tub big enough for 10 plus me.
Oh, so what you need? I need a grip. Okay, we're good. Let's go. Bye, guys.
Bro, Nickelback goes crazy.
It does go crazy.
It didn't go as crazy, though, when it's not with you guys.
Yeah, true.
Like,
I think
unless
I'm
you-
better than, what's his name? Nick Kroger, right? Is that, or
No idea.
I think that's the lead singer.
Nickel Kroger.
Okay.
I think
Well,
it's Chad.
Chad Kroger. It is Chad
yeah,
Kroger.
yeah.
You know, Nickelback, Nick.
Hey, like we said, year one was full of a lot of great times. Year two is going to be even better. Now we could talk a little bit of college football, but before we get into that, there's about 24 hours till ASU kicks off against Oklahoma State. If you find yourself in Stillwater, highly, highly recommend that you go to the game. And how are you going to get a ticket? You're going to go on Gametime.
Gametime.
It's the hottest new ticketing site that makes it easier than ever to score the best deals on tickets to sports, concerts, and shows. Save up to 60% on tickets when you buy tickets last minute. It's great for you procrastinators out there. If you love PHNX, then you're going to love Gametime. The best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description. So go check out the description, click on that link, and if you don't want to get your tickets for that Oklahoma State ASU game, there are plenty of ASU home games coming up that you can go get your tickets for. Again, use the link in the description. That's how you do it. Now we talk ASU
Real quick.
versus Oklahoma State.
You play NFL Street back in the day?
So
Heck
much.
yeah.
You know when they get the game breaker? It's game time.
Yeah.
That's what I think of every time you do a game time read. Yeah.
Nice.
Attaboy.
So I'll just throw that out there.
Okay, we've got some film to get into.
Yeah, we do. I think this is going to be a fun way to kind of break down the next opponent for ASU. We'll do this on Fridays. Film Study Friday was a name we've spitballed, but that's lame. So we'll come up with something else. If you guys have any ideas, drop it in the chat. I brought some screenshots to show today, and I mentioned to you guys that they run different types of fronts. So they go 3 front, they go 4 down linemen. Sometimes they go 2 down linemen, 2 outside linebackers that'll come out. Sometimes they put 6 in the box or on the line with linebackers in the double A gap. But we have proof of that, and it was from the CMU game. And I wanted to preface this with the man behind all of it, the defensive coordinator for Oklahoma State, Derek Mason. He was former head coach at Vanderbilt last year, the last couple years. They didn't perform win-loss wise, but they vastly improved defensively. I believe he has some NFL experience, and he was also the D coordinator for Stanford when they shut down Oregon, and twice in 2 years. So he's a talented guy. Obviously, losing Jim Knowles to the other OSU, Ohio State, who was fantastic for Oklahoma State last year, and they had a great defense last year.
Yeah, one of the best in the nation.
Yeah, Derek Mason now kind of taking over. Obviously, not the same kind of work, but a lesser defense in terms of player talent. Yeah. And so I just want to get in this first one. This is normally what they line up with. They're 4 down linemen. D lineman 1, I think it is in the graphic. 4 D line 1. So you see there's 3 down linemen and 1 outside linebacker, or it's an edge rusher that stands straight up. And if we go into the next clip, you see that what beats that, I think they're running a 2-high shell here. So middle of the field is often open, and they didn't get pressure a lot in this game, which I thought was weird. And I guess when you're only sending 4, because that 4th edge rusher did blitz, it can make sense. And this went for a pretty good gain, I believe.
Look at that offensive tackle on the bottom of the screen.
Where is he going?
I don't know.
He's looking for the pass. He wants to pass. Dude, Messiah Swinson can be deadly in that part of the field.
100%.
If he can find space in the middle.
There's a lot of common ground here. So if we roll to common 1, I think it's labeled, you'll see, excuse the blurry pictures. So common 1, take note of where the receiver is, where the ball was caught. This is right after it's caught. Let's go to common 2. Okay, ball's in the air, top left. You see that? Let's go to common 3. What do all 3 of those have in common?
It's not really a defender within 5 yards.
Well, yes, but where are the receivers?
In the middle of the gap.
Or outside the numbers. Yeah.
Everything's outside the numbers, and I feel like that's a way to attack this. So I wanted to ask you guys this: who do you think would be the most deadly receiver for ASU come tomorrow outside of the numbers to attack this defense?
Charles Hall.
Yeah, Charles
His
Hall.
speed, I think, can be deadly outside the numbers for sure.
I love that. Obviously, that 3rd play went for a touchdown.
He might have 100 receiving yards tomorrow.
I wouldn't hate it.
That was later in the game. But when you're lining up against a defense that does this, because obviously I said one thing that their D coordinator, Derek Mason, is known for really well is kind of stopping that hurry-up offense and spread offenses in general. I don't know how often, if at all, we really saw them line up 5 wide.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a mistake to do that? I mean, last night I was bitching that Matt Stafford and the Rams were doing that too much, and that was only against 4 linemen the entire time because they didn't blitz once. But tomorrow, do you want them to ever line up 5 wide?
ASU, no.
I am totally fine with them lining up 5 wide.
I don't want them to because I think the rushing attack is the strength of this offense, and I always want that threat there. Obviously, I guess you can always have an end around or something, but I want a running back in the backfield at all times, just so that possibility is there.
I think you can go 5 wide. You split. I don't think you're necessarily going to split Valladay out wide, but I would be totally comfortable splitting and got out wide. And if you want to, bring him back in.
Yeah,
just
that's
given give Emory a little bit of control. Where based off of where these guys are set, if he wants to bring Ngata back in, maybe audible the play to an inside zone or something, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, Derek Mason kind of known for revolutionizing and stopping that really potent RPO offense type of craze that was happening in college football and being asked on how to stop it if it ever got to the NFL, and he helped out with that. He was a really integral part of that, and it's the reason why is because of how versatile his defense can be. We'll look at D-line 3 front. The front 3 set they have, you can see they're stacking the box completely, showing blitz.
Empty set.
But only 3 down linemen. And you're empty here with a fullback behind the right guard. So you're playing a numbers game if you're Derek Mason. You're trying to be as versatile as possible. So if they do run the ball, or if they do an RPO, or if somebody kind of comes into the backfield, you still have that numbers advantage because there's 4 linebackers as well as the 3 down linemen. And we'll go to the second shot of this. They all drop back into coverage when it's a pass. They were just showing the blitz, and now I believe they're in a cover 2 Tampa look where you have the 3 linebackers covering the middle of the field. You can see the 4th linebacker sprinting out near the first down line, and you have 2 high safeties there. But this can be kind of susceptible to confusion when you're having this much movement. It can allow for big plays.
Yeah.
And so we'll get into my last example here, which is one of the touchdown plays that happened. So we'll look at the first clip. So you can see here, they're 3 down with 2 outside rushers or 2 outside linebackers. And I think some of them think they're in a zone look. This might be a hybrid zone man, but I don't really know because it's so confusing, and you can see where the confusion starts. So we'll go to the second one. So look at the receiver right here. He's going to run a drag route. And the drag route, if you're playing a zone, you would hand it off to each player. So if you're the Oklahoma State outside rusher on the farthest side of the screen, you would be in charge of that flat or in charge of the cloud on the left side. And then if you're the 2 linebackers, you're in charge of the middle of the field vertical hooks maybe. So the first linebacker would get passed off. So we'll go to the second clip. The first linebacker is dropped back into the coverage, and the second linebacker thinks he's playing zone. But you see on the top right, this guy's playing man. Or the bottom right, he's playing man. He's following this receiver. And so we'll go to the next one. Nobody takes him.
Yeah.
And everybody's missing. Those 2 linebackers drop back into the coverage. but 2 safeties and one of the outside rushers has followed a man, so nobody's covering this. And you can see how wide open the field is in this next one. Nobody touches him. Nobody's even close to him. So either this was a zone hybrid defense, which you can beat with a drag route like this and fast players, and ASU has those, or it's confusion.
Or just broken coverage,
Yeah. So there are weak spots in this defense, and clearly they're trying to figure stuff out, and this is very early in the season. You have to get right in your first game. And the thing I noticed that I said the other day is so many missed tackles.
Yeah.
But when it comes to a defense like this, are you running flood concepts? Are you running mesh concepts? Are you trying to confuse as much as possible, or are you just playing your game?
I think you go back. If I'm Glenn Thomas at the start of the week, and obviously we're 24 hours of game time, I am sitting down with Emory, and I'm sitting down with Herm, and I'm watching every single playback of Emory's tape against Alabama, because that was the best team, the best defense that he has ever faced. Whatever worked in that game for Emory, that's the game plan that we're rolling with here, because that's what I think is going to be the most successful part of tomorrow's game. Is you mentioned how Derek Mason likes to throw a lot of schemes out there. He likes to confuse the offense, whether they're blitzing or dropping back, et cetera. Some of those hybrid man coverages that you brought up. Like, Emory's an experienced guy. He's played teams much stronger on the defensive side of the ball with better defensive coordinators than Derek Mason at Oklahoma State. He almost won. He almost knocked out #1 Alabama. You combine that with the fact that, okay, now we've got a run game, right? We've got Xazavian Valladay. We've got Charles Hall, who can do, like you said, he can get outside those numbers and he can be a difference maker. You've got Messiah Swinson. The offensive line, it's full of guys that have come from big name offensive line places. Like, everything is setting up for ASU to fully take advantage of that Oklahoma State defense tomorrow. It's just a matter of they can or they can't.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel that you just kind of have to find a balance between playing your game, which I think is leans towards the rush, and taking what they give you, right? Like, if they keep on giving you open space in the middle of the field, well, then you put Messiah Swinson in the middle of the field. Or if you're having opportunities on the outsides of numbers like that, then you're sending Elijah Badger and Charles Hall as speed threat vertical guys down outside the numbers. So, but at the same time, if you let them control the kind of game you're playing, like, because that might very well be their game plan. Like, they were going to make Emory Jones throw the football, and that if they're going to beat us, they're going to beat us through the air. Because I said, I think the rush attack is the most lethal part of ASU's offense. So you just kind of have to strike a balance between that. But I would still lean towards the run, because I think at the end of the day, for me, my biggest concern about Oklahoma State is the pace at which they play. Yeah. And I think the best way that you can control the pace of the game is by rushing the football. Yep. Yeah. So I think they still need to kind of, at the end of the day, stick true to that, to the rush attack.
Cool down the hot shooter, for sure. Derek Mason, I think that they did what they want. I think scheme-wise, they did what they wanted. I think there was just a lot of mistakes that they need to capitalize on. And again, a lot of it was missed tackles. So if that comes by way of running the ball and scoring touchdowns because of missed tackles, or just, hook routes in the middle of the field, or a Messiah Swinson quick slant, and he breaks a tackle and he goes, that will work. I think quick hitters and running the ball is the way you beat this Oklahoma State defense, and find your space outside the numbers, because Emory has showed that he's not afraid to throw there, and Oklahoma State has showed they give up yards.
I think a successful offense in this game looks a lot like what we saw with ASU in the first quarter of the NAU game, where they use Messiah Swinson a lot, and then obviously they were just rushing the football with Xazavian.
I just want to see a little bit more aggressive play calling.
Yeah,
you're not going
which I think we will.
You are not going to win a game against a top 15 team if you take a little bit of a lead and then you're like, okay, you can't play to not lose. You have to play to win.
Yeah,
Herm's famous for saying it.
Herm knows that better than anybody.
You play to win the game. You cannot do what ASU has done time and time again against big time opponents, and they'll get a little bit of a lead. And then it's like, holy shit, we have a lead. What do we do now? You just have to play your game.
And I think this team is built more for holding on to leads.
Yeah,
I really
agree.
Yeah, but has Herm built himself up to that? We don't know yet.
Yeah,
well, let's see. We've talked all week about the matchup. We talked just now about the schemes, about Derek Mason and what ASU can do against that defense. What do we think is going to happen, boys? Let's pull up the prediction graphics, see where we lie. It was a coin flip for me.
We all have ASU scoring exactly 31 points, though, which I did not realize when I made this graphic.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm the only one that has the Devils winning.
I mean, look, I've said this. I don't. We all have them covering.
I sent him a
He
score prediction.
He was going back and forth. He was going back
it's
and
a
forth.
coin flip. I think the lights are going to be too bright.
I think ASU is going to keep it close and obviously have them covering.
Yeah, we all have them covering.
I just don't know enough about this team yet. The NAU game doesn't really show me. It doesn't tell me that they're going to be able to compete with an Oklahoma team. Like I said, I will not be surprised in the slightest if they win. But if you're asking me to make a prediction, I think it's a touchdown and a field goal difference. Like I said, I think they cover. I think the game's close. I think it's exciting. I don't think this is like a backdoor cover. Like I think this is close throughout the game.
Yeah.
But
it might come down to the final drive.
It's hard for me to pick against an Oklahoma State team that is as good as they were last year and has the same quarterback and a handful of the same pieces.
Shane's upset.
I have to side with Oklahoma State.
Shane is upset.
I'm upset at you.
Oh,
Mr.
What?
You ready to shock the world this weekend, Sun Devil fans? And then you don't even pick
my
them?
job to sell it's my job.
It's your job to believe.
No, that's not my job. My job is to tell it how it is. That's your job. You are the optimist on this show.
All right.
I think it is going to be a close
Jackson,
game.
Anybody?
I think it is going to be an absolutely close game. Let us know in the chat. Ernesto says he thinks it's going to be a 34-31 game. He thinks ASU pulls it off with a Carter Brown
winning the game would be
field goal. That'd be electric. His
apropos.
birthday was this week.
Back-to-back Pac-12 special team player.
Hey, man, I'm absolutely here for it. It's going to be fun. I don't think there's any doubt in our mind that it's going to be fun. We've talked about it. Come out to the watch party tomorrow. It's going to be a blast. There's no better place. There's not going to be any better group to watch the game with. So definitely come out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before we get into our last segment of the day, if you haven't seen, we are in a new studio. Cardinals right now are going live in a new studio.
Fuck,
Yeah,
what?
right? Yeah. Sorry, buddy. New shit everywhere. And a lot of it is thanks to More Furniture. They have hooked us up with... Hooked us up. Oh. That was Middle Eastern in me. You got to really pronounce the H. No, it's absolutely the best office, the best studio, and so much of it is like in part because of More Furniture and how they hooked us up. So definitely, if you guys are like remodeling, or if you need new furniture,
or if you need a fucking transformer table,
or if you bought
this table's a transformer,
bought a new couch yesterday,
or if you want to like
and you
start
just
a podcast and you need equipment, like by equipment I mean table, because not mics, they don't sell mics, but tables, chairs, all that stuff. Check them out.
You can do podcasts from beds now.
You can. Yeah, I mean, Excalibur. Morefurniture.com. Go check them out. Boys, it is time for the 1 year Hot or Not. You ready?
Ooh, this better be good, Leo.
Oh my
David,
God.
make it David.
There's two in it.
Who
is
hot on the 1 year?
You should have just made it
is the
PHNX.
question.
I think there's a right answer here. I'm not going to
Okay.
I think it should be me.
Okay.
Longevity aside.
I really didn't think about this, but yeah, it's gonna have to be. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Don't apologize. Shane's hot.
I mean, Shane was
That's my
on the show for 1 full year, so
It's my 1 year celebration.
that's why.
So what is it for us?
Shane gets
It's our
to
half
be.
birthday?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Almost.
Happy half birthday.
We should have just played all three of them.
that's true, but
Yeah. I mean, you
We
still
are over an
can.
hour already.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Okay, well, the best part of this, it's not like I haven't been doing this every Friday for months. When we started the show, I didn't have any, and now I have 3 written down. So let's go. All right, the first hot or not topic: pumpkin spice.
Unbelievably hot.
Hot or not?
Unbelievably hot.
Like just like is we talking pumpkin flavored things basically? Because like
Yeah,
I've
like
never
pumpkin spice at Starbucks, pumpkin spice. You know how like
Pumpkin porter.
all of a sudden it's September and you go to every single like Dunkin' Donuts,
Yeah.
Starbucks, everywhere. It's like pumpkin spice this, pumpkin
So
spice that.
I'll say this. I feel like a lot of times, which is part of why I love the pumpkin porter, is that a lot of times it becomes, especially in drinks, it's overpowering.
Yeah.
So I have never ordered like a pumpkin
Starbucks
spice
pumpkin
latte.
spice is not overpowering. It's perfect.
I've
No,
never
it's
done
good.
that.
It's good.
Perfect.
I'm always going to choose the apple crisp though. Apple crisp macchiato at Starbucks this time of year. Fucking
Really?
money.
Never had it.
Money.
Apple crisp.
Apple crisp. I'm definitely more of an apple crisp guy, more apple cinnamon guy than I am a pumpkin guy come fall time. But over the last few years, I realized that I fucking love like pumpkin bread. They have at Starbucks has like a pumpkin cream cheese muffin thing.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Pumpkin pie?
that goes dumb.
Pumpkin pie?
Crazy. Josh brings up
The dog's got some life.
Josh brings up some good point though, that like when a flavor brings you such a warm feeling
Distinct,
because
yeah.
of a holiday
Yeah.
or just the time of year, it's hot. And
Well,
pumpkin does that.
that's what
pumpkin
I was-
spice flavored things. They only come around a certain time of the year. It's beautiful.
Do you say it pumpkin or pumpkin?
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin's
Pumpkin's
more of like what
4
your
years
grandma
old?
calls you.
Pumpkin.
Whoa.
I will say that, like, I was saying on the Coyote show
I really
earlier,
like that.
the pumpkin porter specifically, like, it makes me want to be like Sunday. Tocher, you might be able to relate to this, having lived in the Midwest. Like Sunday, October, like cool rainy day, leaves are changing,
Yeah.
and you're just inside and it's just the cinnamon and pumpkin in the air is just tangible.
You're in a movie. You're in a movie.
Drinking this makes me feel like that gif of the pumpkin.
The dancing pumpkin? Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, so to answer the question, pumpkin spice things are hot for the most part, but it's a fine line when it comes to overbearing.
All right. Next one. Hot or not, tipping at fast casual restaurants. Like you go to get a smoothie and then they turn the iPad around.
Okay, hear me out.
Go ahead.
I will tip. Like if I'm going to get a smoothie, I don't tip every single time that I'm at one of those like quick things. However, if I can have a conversation with that person and it doesn't look like they hate their lives and like they don't make me hate my life given the look on their face, then I will tip them.
I will say
If
this.
somebody hates their life, don't they deserve a tip more?
No. At least fake it.
I think it's bullshit, and I'm not saying this is like a personal attack to you, Toji. I think it's bullshit that people base tipping off of like service. Like unless your waiter / waitress is like an absolute fucking dick and they're like, go fuck you.
Yeah.
And they spit in your fucking food.
Yeah.
Don't tip that person. They don't
You know
deserve
this is the only country where they tip people.
No, I know, which is why I think it's bullshit that you tip based on service. Like
Yep.
they should. The reality is I shouldn't have to tip. They should just be getting paid.
Yep.
But that's neat. So
But it's
at this point, the onus is on the customer.
Yep.
I feel like again, unless it's egregious, like you should tip them. It really depends though on like the
Like if
fast
someone's a
thing.
dick and they screw up your smoothie entirely and they don't care.
But like the thing is like especially because like when you look at like a restaurant, if we're going like to talk about
restaurant you tip every time.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's not. Yeah, that's not the
but a
question.
fast-
It's like
it-
sometimes they don't even do anything. They just
Yeah.
hand you your muffin.
Yeah,
Like,
so
are you
that is what I was gonna say.
But
It
you're
depends.
also but then you have to see if I order something and pick it up, maybe, but then you think about the people that are in the back doing the actual work. They definitely pool their tips.
It depends.
Not every place.
It depends.
does.
No,
It doesn't just go to the cashier.
Yes, it depends.
Okay,
It
that's
depends on the place
bullshit.
because some places.
Honestly, I think we can just throw this out because tipping is cold. As Josh said, pay your fucking employees.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it really depends on because like.
But feel free to give us any super chats.
But to answer the question, yeah,
Hey, tip your artists.
We're artists. That's
yeah,
what we are.
we're vocal artists.
That's
not
crazy.
singing
If I'm at a Starbucks and they just hand me a muffin, I'm not tipping that person. But like if I ordering like a caramel macchiato or something, like I always tip at Dutch, even though I get a fucking black iced Americano. Like it's not, but they have to. I tip those people because they actually have to do something. Like they're I'm taking up their time. So yeah, I'll tip at fast casual.
Oh, that's tragic, Josh.
What is your? But I honestly don't even know what fast casual means.
And never saw a cent of tips.
I will say this: I do tip every time when I'm at D-backs games. If I'm getting beer, if I'm getting food, I tip every time, and I don't know why. Because half the time they're just sliding open the door.
Because you're so happy.
Yeah, on it. True.
Because you're getting a 4 Peaks.
True.
All right, what's our last one?
All right, last topic, hot or not, and this is because we're having one later tonight. Potlucks.
So hot.
Well, what do you mean?
Listen. So we had our all staff meeting yesterday, and I'm part of the offending party here.
The offending party.
Yeah, but the problem with potlucks is you're putting too much faith in humanity.
Okay.
That is the problem with this thing, this idea. Why can't you put faith in humanity, Shawn?
Because they have done nothing to prove that I should have faith in
That's not what I meant. That's what I meant. Why can't you put faith in the humans that are around you?
Because we had our fucking all staff meeting yesterday, and so I was like, can these 5 out of how 25 fucking employees we have stand up? Yeah, those are the only people to sign up for anything.
Well, we should still have faith in each other.
We should. No, you shouldn't.
No, I'm not saying
we should. Yeah,
everybody.
And also,
Tocher always looks at my hand movement.
some people.
I'm just like, you went like this. I'm like,
some people don't have it like that. Like, and I'm not making this as a personal attack because there was someone who specifically signed up to bring potato salad and coleslaw. But sometimes I'm at a potluck and people are signing up for the potato salad and coleslaw. And I look at their family tree and I'm like, I don't really want you being the one bringing the potato salad / coleslaw. Like,
That's fair.
Some people just don't got it like that. And I'm like, now I got one less thing to choose from. Or I'm also like,
let's be real. You're not making this shit.
Sometimes it depends. Like,
if you signed up for the potato salad, tell me you're making it.
Oh no, because I don't have it like that. But Max brought matzo ball soup tonight.
He has it like that.
He has it like that.
Leah
it
has it like that.
Has it like that. If fucking Shane brought matzo ball soup.
Thank you. Thank you for. I know.
If Shane brought matzo ball soup, I'd be like, why doesn't line up?
Why?
You missed it, but he was about to say me, and then he was like,
that does line up. And also, like, this is a personal thing. I'm picky, so like people bring desserts, and I'm like, I'm probably not gonna be able to eat whatever they bring.
The thing I brought has chocolate in it, and I thought of Shawn because I thought of not putting chocolate, but I was like, I can't just do it for the one.
I saw that. True story. I saw it. I saw that she was bringing chocolate chip banana bread or whatever it is, and I'm like, she's probably gonna make me some without because she has before.
It's because I normally do muffins, and I did a loaf, and I can't separate.
I don't deserve it.
Like when we moved into this office,
yeah,
those muffins were
same recipe, just in loaf form.
The thing is in this context, we know people, right? So I go on the thing and I see Craig signed up for cornbread, and normally I look at that family tree and be like, but I know Craig and I know his wife, and his wife, well, I don't know his wife, but his wife is a fucking Gordon Ramsay, bro. She fucking goes stupid in the kitchen. Stupid. Her sweet potato pie, stupid. Cornbread, stupid.
You're gonna lose.
I'm excited.
Voice.
I'm so excited for the cornbread. So it really depends.
Well, we've broken a record. We are now an hour and 12 minutes. It's only fitting for our 1 year show. This has been really fun.
Yeah, 100%. It's been a blast. Like we said, year 2 is going to be even better. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Before we say goodbye, just a word from the wise. Go check out PHNX Cardinals because they are live right now in Studio A. They're telling you all about the Cardinals matchup against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
That's not Studio A. That's the Tarasi studio. That's the
DT,
aka the GOAT.
Okay, my bad. All I know is they're telling you about the Arizona Cardinals.
True.
And odds are they're telling you about the DraftKings Sportsbook app, which is where you should be betting on NFL football because week 1 is officially gone underway. The Bills, congratulations. You got the dub. Now we'll see what the rest of the NFL can do on Sunday. Go download the DraftKings Sportsbook app because they're hooking fans up. Right now, new customers can bet just $5 and get $200 in free bets instantly. And as an added bonus for week 1, everyone can experience the thrill of DraftKings early win promotion. Unless you're Shane, it's simple. Download DraftKings Sportsbook, use promo code PHNX, and bet on an NFL team to win. If your team leads by 10 at any point during the game, you get paid instantly, even if your team loses. That's promo code PHNX on the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes.
It's not the same promotion, by the way.
For more details. You're right. You had 7. They couldn't even do that. Do we have a DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week before we say goodbye?
Do you?
Yes, I do. Give me Chargers -3.5. It's a lock. You call it a locky charm. Give it to me.
Give me ASU spread. Like I said, I think they're covering.
+340.
Bold.
As your pick of the week.
That's my DraftKings Sportsbook pick of the week. I have faith in Herman Edwards. I am firm for Herm.
Okay, then. No. You should see your doctor if you're firm for Herm for longer than 4 hours. That's going to do it. We will see you guys tomorrow at the watch party.
Hey, as the PHNX Sun Devils Twitter say, if you guys don't think it's going to happen, watch this. How did you tweet that and not predict them to win? Watch this. Watch this. Watch this.
One of us.
Okay. Follow the show at PHNX_Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony_Toach. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef. And you can follow Shawn DePaz at Shawn_DePaz.
I don't even know. I feel like this moment is too significant. I should have been prepared for it. I'm just appreciative of y'all, appreciative of Leah, of everybody here, and the supporters, as always.
Okay, and while you guys are following people, you should follow Snakes and Lattes Tempe because they are the place to go. We had our all-staff meeting there yesterday. It was an absolute blast. Probably my favorite all-staff meeting that we've had. You can get drunk there. You can have coffee. Their food smacks.
Cappuccino was stupid.
You can eat a Java bean and an espresso martini and think it's a chocolate chip.
They got sweet potato fries. Ask for a side of honey.
Chocolate chip.
Sweet potato fries in honey. Gas.
Yep.
Game nerds are dope. She called herself that. I'm not being rude. They know a lot about games. They gave us a fun game to play. I had a good time.
Okay, we'll see y'all tomorrow. For now, though, you guys want to take us out to Nickelback?
I kind of do.
No.
What?
You want to do that again?
Yes. It was a moment. I also texted you saying we should do it, so I was prepared to do it.
You did?
Yes.
I'm through standing in line to close. I'll never get it. It's like the bottom of the ninth, and I'm never gonna win. This life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be.
Tell me what you need. It's only right that on the 1 year this went tragically.
Dun, 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 goodbye.